And Dr. Ranganathan, I want to begin with you and ask you, are you one of those today who believes that the guiding hand of a dictator is shaping the verdicts that have been delivered across the length and breadth of this country, including in villages in Uttar Pradesh?
Good evening, Rahul. Election Commission can now breathe easy, at least for the next 3 years until 2024. Because the opposition will not claim it is a BJP stooge and that the EVMs are hacked by Amit Shah. Rahul, we have known of the opposition propaganda for the last 7 years, nothing new. Of being criminally selective on all issues, on calling Modi and all other institutions, constitutional institutions, fascist, including, of course, the Supreme Court and the Election Commission. Even as it ignores its own fascism and brutal trampling of the freedom of speech and expression. Look what is happening in Bengal right now. TMC and its Albert Spears are dismissing this violence as orchestrated by the fascist BJP. But multiple instances of violent attacks and murder are also being reported by the Congress and the CPIM. So the BJP is colluding with the Congress and the communists now. Sitaram Yechuri is a Sanghi. That's why I call these guys children of Gurble. Because it was rule of propaganda is to accuse the other of what you are guilty of. They whitewash their own crimes with the help of their media lapdogs and stooges. They whitewash religious fundamentalism and fanaticism if the religion is not Hinduism. They whitewash application of draconian laws when it suits them to suppress Dalits like in Kashmir. They peddle fraudulent reports that claim India is no longer a democracy, even as those reports base their assessment on, and I quote, the Indian government rarely, if ever, used to exercise censure in PM, unquote. Really? No mention of 12,000 sedition charges under UPA. No mention of draconian application of 498 or arrest, harassment, banning books, film, intimidation of journalists and citizens. They say we speak truth to power, we speak truth to power. But they really speak truth only to Modi, not when those in power of Uddhav Thackeray or Mamata or Pinarayi Vijayan, who incidentally booked 120 people for social media posts criticizing him and had added the draconian section 1188 to the Police Act. There exists, Rahul, as many as 275 documented instances of brutal trampling of democracy and freedom of expression under the Congress. 87 of those occurred in the last 15 years. These guys never pointed that. 2 years ago, the Congress government in Chhattisgarh arrested a man for complaining against power cuts and charged him with sedition. Rahul, please give me 30 seconds. But they still keep braying, there is no democracy in India, there is no democracy in India. Even as Modi has never unilaterally overturned a Supreme Court verdict like Rajiv did. Never abused Article 356 like Indira did. Never passed a press objectional act like Nehru did. Even as he sits and watches Delhi being held under siege by farmers for close to 6 months. It's a good thing that being dumb isn't a crime in India. Otherwise, all our jails will be filled by these chalky things.
Dr. Ranganathan, how do you address the Ghanshyam Tiwaris, the Mr. Hegres, the Sujata Pauls of this country who are today asking questions, fundamental questions about democracy and its health?
No, Rahul. I think we've gone much beyond addressing them, because the fact of the matter is that it's a free country, a relatively free country, and they are free to express their criticism, and they have. Even though it is a mix, largely of illogical, irrational, unscientific criticism, but it is still criticism. Now, I want to challenge my good friend Ghanshyam Tiwari. Let him tell me one instance where I have not rationally, logically criticized this government when he has. One instance. So, you give the baton away to people who are illogically criticizing this government, and you feel that nobody else is. It is wrong to say in this country there are millions and millions of people who are criticizing this government, and they should. But we have to go beyond this, because let us face it, I repeat for the nth time, Rahul, yes, we are a democracy, and yes, we have dissent. But we don't have a constitution that respects either. Our constitution has spawned draconian laws and articles and amendments that, rather than protect the rights of the dissenter, protect those who violate the rights of the dissenter. Everything is grey. Everything is subject to something. Everything is primed for offending religious sensibilities or waging a war. So the fact of the matter is, you can say, look, Yogi Adityanath is arresting some people, Congress is in Chhattisgarh arresting some people. They are right, but they are using the laws that you as lawyers and judges have approved and continue to approve. So what is wrong? I am saying fundamentally we are wrong. If we are not a democracy, then let me be very honest. We have never been a democracy since we got independence. Do you have the truth to say that? No, you don't. Because you respect those very laws that trample the freedom of speech and expression of millions since 1947. I can say this. Can you?